Welcome to the Fight Night Daily Podcast. I'm here with Adi Oladipo. Adi, how are you, my man?
Good. It's been an interesting couple of days. Did the face-off the other day for Dillian, Whyte, Moses Itauma.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Talk to me a little bit about that. Like, it's been funny with Dillian, isn't it? We'll get into talking about the fight with him and Moses in a sec, but I've done an interview with him as well.
Was he a bit hard on you?
Look, he's known us, so there's respect there, but he's been a little bit, should we say, emotions were there. He doesn't like the fact that maybe we've gone against, we've all got an opinion, and we've sort of gone against Dillian winning the fight.
And look, I said to Dillian, look, like, you know, when you fought Ebenezer Tete, it weren't great.
Yeah.
And I've almost gone with Moses because of that Ebenezer Tete performance. I see Dillian today, and yesterday he looks physically so much better. And I said, if you showed me that against Tete, maybe I wouldn't have swung towards Moses. But look, you can only pick one. And right now, it's difficult going on Dillian's last couple of performances to pick him. But in saying that, look, he's got a great chance. I mean, he could old man Moses Itauma. It reminds me a little bit, might be a silly comparison, David Haye, Carl Thompson.
Yeah.
When David Haye was that hotshot kid coming through and Carl Thompson was the weathered veteran, and we saw what happened, so don't rule anything out.
Listen, he's 37 years of age. We saw what Alexander Usyk done to Daniel Dubois, who's 38 years of age.
Right.
You can't just say like he's an old warhorse now going off her last performance, because he was clearly out of shape against Tete. Boy, he's in shape here. It's the first time I've seen Dillian actually with abs.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fight.
Yeah.
Let's break it down. Moses Itauma, Dillian Whyte. We've gone Moses on recent performances. Why have you picked him?
Although you just mentioned Alexander Usyk, you know this better than anyone. You laced him up. It's a young man's game. It's a young man's game, this sport. And Moses right now is fresh. He's confident. There's an air of arrogance with him. You hear all the sparring stories. Some we know, some are kept behind closed doors, but I know a lot of them. And I know what he's doing to a lot of very good heavyweights. And again, I'm only going on what Dillian's done recently, and you kind of have to scratch your head as to when was the really good Dillian Whyte performance. And he had that run from 2018 to 2021. After that, it's been a while. So I'm going with the man that has shown me recently how good he is, as opposed to the man that I think is still there but hasn't shown it to me.
You have to go with a guy that's got momentum, because you are only as good as your last fight, and Dillian will know that better than anyone. He's been there, seen it, done it. But like Mike Balogun last time out for Moses, and he went in there and he absolutely dismantled him. Dempsey McKean the fight before that, the same thing. The guy has been like in his last 8 fights been 11 rounds. I mean, that's
a problem,
insane.
though. But that's also a problem. I mean, let's be honest, he hasn't gone past the second round, as you say, for the last 8 fights. Although I think he's got a gas tank, what if it goes 5 and 6 and 7? I mean, is he still going to be as slick? Is that southpaw hand still going to be as sharp? We don't know. I mean, you know this. Anyone can look really sharp in the first 2 or 3. How are you going to look at 6, 7, 8?
One thing we do know, that Dillian can dog it out.
Yeah.
We've seen it in the past, you know, he grinds it out. We saw it in those memorable fights with Chisora, and he will try and take Moses there. And I think that, is there a little bit of kidology going on here as well? Because he's been talking about maybe us, you know, sort of going against him and all that. He may be feeding off that.
100%.
And he's playing it down a little bit, saying, listen, I'm fighting the Superman, no pressure on me.
Yeah.
A little bit of kidology.
Yeah, there is, but there's also pressure on him. I mean, Dillian Whyte knows if he loses badly, at 37, that might be that. If he looks good, I mean, we know what Turkey does. If you look good, you come back.
Yeah.
And Dillian Whyte's been out of this for 4 years. He's missed all of this. That's why he was smiling, making the walk and fist pump. He was like, yes, I'm back. Because he's not had a big fight. And one thing Dillian does do, apart from Tyson Fury, he turns up in the big fights. Win or lose, he'll have a go. So it's difficult to pick against him, but again, I'm going to go with a fresher, younger man.
You have to, I think, on that basis. But looking at Dillian Whyte here, guys, I've got to tell you, he looks in insane form. And if Dillian can roll the clock, this could be a very interesting fight. Let's talk about the rest of the heavyweight division. I suppose we should start with Filip Hrgovic, David Adeleye. Now, it's an interesting one because Adeleye and Hrgovic is number 2 with the WBO.
Yeah.
Right, we got this really interesting thing going on here because David Adeleye gets the opportunity to steal that spot. And that could mean if Moses comes through as well, we've got 1 and 2, Alexander Usyk releases that title, they could effectively be fighting for the world title next if things play out right. Do you think Hrgovic has got too much experience for Adeleye now? Because he will start a big favourite.
Yeah, look, he's a favourite. He is a favourite. This is the one fight. When it got announced, I kind of scratched my head. I was like, wow. But then you weigh up the risk-reward. It's risky for Adeleye. The reward, though, is enormous. You beat Filip Hrgovic, all of a sudden you're on the top table. So it's a risk. It's a risk for Adeleye. Hrgovic, I've always questioned the gas tank. With Abel Sanchez and now training at Big Bear, I think the gas tank's going to be better. But I do question whether or not Adeleye has the experience. I mean, going from a Jimmy TKV to a Filip Hrgovic, it's a big jump. And I still feel like he's trying to find his way with Adam Booth as well. So it's a big jump, but he has this thing where he's got this almost youthful exuberance and arrogance where he doesn't care, Adeleye, so you never know what could happen.
Listen, he's bouncing around. I just caught up with him outside, actually, and trust me, he wants to take this opportunity with both hands. I love that in fighters, as is Filip Hrgovic, who's maybe disrespecting Adeleye a little bit. Interesting fight and massive rewards for the winners. Now, I want to move on. I want to stay on the heavyweight scene right now, why I've got you. Anthony Joshua, a man that we're known to be cheerleading for from time to time. Come on, AJ.
To our hips.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's joined to our hips.
What's his next move? Where's he going? Like I've seen Frank Smith on a plane. Out in Ghana. At the stadium. And I'm thinking, AJ always wanted to box out in Africa. Could that be a move? I'm hearing AJ possibly December. Interesting. And what about the name offer out there, by the way? Tony Yoka.
Yeah, you said that. To be fair, you've been
saying
that
coming
for
to fruition now?
I saw the thing as well. I saw Frank Smith going to Ghana, and I was like, let me tell you now, yeah? Let me say this. If AJ fights in Ghana before he fights in Nigeria, I'll be very upset. I've been saying AJ has to fight in Nigeria for a long time. I love my Ghanaian people. You know I love you. But AJ has to fight in Nigeria.
Okay, right. Let me do this then. So you know Ghana, Legacy Rise, and the Ghanaian president, and they're investing in boxing now. They want to put Ghana on the map. Right, we've not seen that same interest coming from Nigeria yet.
We haven't.
So it could just be about timing. AJ was out there in Ghana with us. Yeah. He loved it out there.
And he stayed out there for a lot longer, didn't he?
He did, and he loved it out there. And you go now, you know I threw out that little curveball about Tony Yoka. I go 2 Olympic gold medalists, one 2020, one 2016, a fight that could create a little bit of interest, a good fight for AJ while he's waiting for Fury, all of that. That fight now looks like...
If that fight happens in Ghana, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And I say that thing, AJ, because I want AJ to fight in Nigeria, but look, Ghana's our next door neighbor. I'm happy for Ghana. What it does mean, I guess it puts to bed the Jake Paul stuff. For now, at least.
Well, that's where I was going with this, right? Knowing Anthony Joshua, I know that he's looking to become a freeweight world champion, yeah? That means more than fighting Jake Paul for money. He's got money anyway, right? So when you look at this, Addy, yeah? And Alexander Usyk is holding all the belts right now, and they fragment, and things like, the fight that we said, like the winner of Hrgovic versus Adeleye, boxes, maybe the winner of Dillian Whyte versus Moses Itauma, and that WBO belt goes, there's Daniel Dubois there. Where could he be going? Who could he be boxing next? There's talk of him boxing, maybe by the end of the year. But you go, out of nowhere, we could have AJ fighting for, let's say, an IBF WBA world title against Tony Yoka, which would be a huge fight. Could you imagine this? The last fight in Africa was the fight in Zaire, Muhammad Ali versus George Foreman 50 years ago.
Lennox Lewis fought Hasim Rahman in South Africa.
Yeah, in South Africa, but I'm talking about like the Northern Africa. Right? So that was the last fight, and I know that Turkey showed an interest in putting fights that back on the map. Could you imagine that? 2 Olympic gold medalists boxing out there.
No, I think it's massive for African boxing. Like, it's such a big continent. For them not to have had something special for so many years, it's almost disheartening. So, look, if AJ, the biggest superstar of them all, can come over here and fight, then we'll be happy. But I'm just happy to hear AJ wanting to fight again. Because there was a bit of a concern that AJ doesn't fight again. So for me, as long as AJ is active and fights, I'll be happy. I moaned a little bit about it being Yoka. I'll take Yoka. AJ, I'll take Yoka. I'll take Yoka, and then I want Bakoli, then Fury, then call it a day.
All right, do me a favour now. Don't be an AJ fanboy, and I'm not going to do that either, right? And I'm going to ask you a question, and I'm going to cry it back as well.
Did you hear that? He said I should not be an AJ fanboy.
No, I'm saying you don't do it, because we're known to be a little bit biased towards him. Yeah. But I'm going to be honest with this opinion, and I want you to be as well. Do you think Anthony Joshua will become world champion again in 2026? 2026. Now think about what I just said about all the titles.
Yeah, 100%. Because ultimately, as you kind of done your workings, AJ could fight Hrgovic, he could fight Yoka, he could fight Parker, he could fight Caballal. AJ can beat those 4 guys. If you're not named Alexander Usyk, or maybe Tyson Fury, AJ can beat you. So yeah.
Yeah, and I'm with him as well, by the way. I think that AJ, out of nowhere, is going to get a world title opportunity at the end of the year. And I've put it on the line here, guys. I've said I believe it's going to be Tony Yoka because of that whole Olympic style thing. But let's wait and see. Let's see if that happens. Now, guys, just earlier on, I got to catch up with a few of the fighters that are on the undercards. Take a listen to a few of these interviews. Well, Filip, we're here at the Grand Arrivals. Nearly time.
Yeah, can't wait for Saturday.
Listen, David Adeleye, there's a lot on the line here for you two going into this one because potentially the winner could be fighting for the WBO world title.
Of course, every fight, everything on the line. Every fight is a risk, and I'm ready for everything.
Talk to me about Adeleye. And I see there's been a little bit of back and forth with you two. You've been calling him a few things. He's been coming back. Not particularly a lot of respect between the pair of you.
Yeah, I respect him as a fighter, and I will do all my best to defeat him. I train hard for this fight and may the best man win.
You're coming off that victory over Joe Joyce. He won that night as well against Jamie TKV. Who wins on Saturday and how?
Yeah, I win on Saturday by stoppage, and hope so. With God help, I'll be victorious.
Filip Hrgovic, thanks so much, mate. Good luck. Well, guys, Paul, Nick, we're here, Grand Arrivals. Now, you've been out here for some time, haven't you?
Yeah, been out here 10 days or something now, maybe, yeah. 2nd of August we got here, so good to be back.
Well, you've been in Saudi a little bit. We remember that absolute barnstormer you had last year with Ray Ford. We caught up with him earlier, and then you go, you're sort of becoming a little bit of a resident out here now, aren't you?
Yeah, I need to get my residency and base up out here, but yeah, it's a special place to me because this is where I won my world title, so it's always good to be back here.
So Sam Goodman, I want to bring you in, Paul, about Sam Goodman. So we were chatting with him earlier, and he said that he heard my comments and that I've actually misjudged him about his skill set and his boxing IQ, that he's got more to his game and he doesn't walk straight back in. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I've seen him do a bit of both. He's box puncher as far as I can see, box fighter, good quality opponent. So we'll just see on the night. Nick has a way, Spencer, of making the fights his own. So let's just see what happens.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's at this level, it's about that adaptability. If something's not going right, the champions can adapt and turn it around. And that's what Nick's done, and that's how he's improved and developed as a fighter.
Yeah, well, as you said, improved and developed, because when you become a world champion, then it's all about learning how to be a world champion and a long-reigning world champion. So this is what Nick's been doing, getting good experience, good fights you've been getting him. You know, he's right on the rise, and now we can show it all on the night.
Nick, and I want to finish this one with you. What's your thoughts on what Sam was saying to me about me basically saying that he was a little bit of a one-trick pony, that he comes forward in straight lines and he needs more than that to beat you?
Got no thoughts on it.
He said he's got more than that and he's going to show it on Saturday night.
Yeah, he might think he has, he might have, but it won't be more than what I've got. So that's his opinion, and leave him to it. Yeah, I'm focused on myself. Brilliant.
Guys, thanks so much for your time. Cheers. Let me see that again. There you go. Is it a stupid question, but how are you feeling?
Good, man. Ready to rock and roll.
Oh, listen, like, biggest fight of your career, bar none, with what's on the line. You come through this one, but I don't think I've ever seen you more relaxed.
Yeah, I'm chilling, man. You know what it's like. We already know we're gonna fight on the weekend, so.
I know what it is. I know what it was. Me coming down the gym, putting them boots on, it done it for you, didn't it?
Give me them little two, you know what I mean? Yeah, it done it for me.
Yeah, listen, I've known you, man, since the Dale Youth days, and you progressed, developed into a brilliant fighter. This is your big opportunity.
It's my opportunity. It's my time on Saturday. You know, everyone talks about Hrgovic like he's something crazy. Good fighter, but he's a human being. You know, and we're heavyweights.
Do you feel like there's been a little bit of disrespect towards you from Filip Hrgovic? Maybe a little bit of underestimating?
Yeah, no, he's been very disrespectful. But I don't really mean nothing, does it? You know, until he approaches me before Saturday with a certain disrespect, then I'll get to that. But if not, Saturday night I get to do what I have to do to him, and I keep it professional, cool, calm and collected.
Some fighters feed off that disrespect going into fights.
I've never been disrespected in my life. I've been boxing for like 15 years. No one's ever been so disrespectful, but it is what it is. It's something new for me, so it's something I'm getting used to.
You're talking about something new for you. I've seen that you've been working on things, new things in the gym as well. You've spent more time now with Adam Booth. The Jamie TKV victory, you say you're going to have to box better than this on Saturday night.
Different fighter to Jamie TKV. Can't be making the same mistakes that I did against Jamie TKV against a opponent like Hrgovic. You know, I give him his credit. He's a way better fighter and he's a good fighter. So
now you're heavy-handed. He can whack a bit as well. Yeah. So you've prepared, obviously, that it could be an early night, but you've prepared for a long night as well.
110%. Like you said, you've seen me in the gym working. It's a 10-rounder. I've been flying through the rounds in the gym. Yeah, no problem. If it goes early, it goes early. And if it goes late, it goes late. But I know I'm heavy-handed. That's one thing for sure.
You give me a little smile there when you said go early.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you, because that's one thing that I know for sure is how hard I hit. You know, what I don't know is how good his chin is. We'll find out on Saturday.
Good luck on Saturday, mate.
Appreciate you.
Moses, we're at the Grand Arrivals. Now, you've done this before, but not as top of the bill. How's it feel?
I'll be honest, I don't want to sound too big-headed or nothing, but it don't make no difference, you know, because at the end of the day, like, it's as dangerous for me to lose when I'm on the undercard than if I was to be on the main event. It's the same procedure.
All right, let me rephrase it. So being top of the bill, that adds some form of pressure, but some fighters really enjoy that. Do you?
Yes, it adds a form of pressure, but for me, I took them fights that I had on people's undercards, I took them as serious as if I was to be his main event. And like I said multiple times, like when I said that last time when I boxed MC McKean out here, I said I'm treating this like my world title fight. So I felt as much pressure for that fight and as I do for this fight.
And it's slightly unusual, like boxing on these Saudi cards out here in Riyadh, because you're around your opponent a lot more than you would be in normal circumstances. How have you found that being around like Dillian at this stage?
To be honest, I asked for a separate hotel. So I don't really see him.
All right, brilliant. So look, we're looking forward to seeing you on Saturday night, mate, and good luck with this, yeah? Okay, Ray Ford, haven't had a chance to catch up with you this week, but how's things been?
Everything's been good. We just, ready to get the rest of this weight off, get through fight week, and, get the fight on.
You're used to boxing out here in Saudi Arabia. You had that absolute barnstorm with Nick Ball, who's also on the bill, and you get a chance to showcase your skills again against a tough guy here in Nova.
Yeah, definitely. I'm excited about that. This is going to be a great card, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, listen, look, what is the roadmap for you moving on from this one? I know you only focus on this fight and this fight only, but do you have a sort of roadmap going up? Because you've stepped up in weight now as well. Who's the target? Who's got the target on his back?
All the world champions, anybody with the, with the belts.
Brilliant. So, look, are you going to steal the show on Saturday night?
Definitely. I feel like this the person that everybody want to see on the card, to be honest. So, definitely come here to steal the show, and I'm going to perform. I'm going to do my thing.
There you go. You heard it. Ray Ford there to steal the show. Well, yeah, interested in catching up with a few of the guys there at Grand Arrivals. Now, just want to touch on one more fight before I let you go, Addy. Nick Ball versus Sam Goodman. Spoke to both of them guys as well. Nick Ball, that little wrecking machine. Don't really say too much, but his personality in the ring is insane.
Yeah, look, Sam Goodman's a good fighter, I think a lot of people are maybe discounting Sam Goodman because he's only fought out of Australia. A lot of people don't know who he is. He's a good fighter. Yes, he's coming up from super bantamweight. But when you look at them two together, you'd almost think Sam Goodman was the guy that was really a featherweight campaigner. So, look, I like Nick Ball. My issue for Nick Ball is that they're already trying to make fights after this one. Yeah. So as long as he's got his eye on the ball, it should be okay. But there's a lot of talk about Inoue. There's a lot of talk about unification fights. As long as he's fully focused on Sam Goodman, he should get the job done.
You know what? That is so true. Goodman really fancies this, and he don't mind being the underdog in that one. Listen, I'm going to let you go now, mate, because I know that you're against the time and all that. And from me, myself, here at the Grand Arrivals, that's it. And we'll catch you again tomorrow, live from the press conference.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.